Yeah, yeah. What's good? This your boy Rocdastar. We here, we heard, we go. We gonna talk about a few things right now. You feel where I'm coming from? We're gonna talk about gangs and the way they operate and why. Now, I'm born and raised in Harlem, right? Y'all know that. You feel where I'm coming from? Y'all know that I'm born and raised in Harlem, right? But some people out here, they portray to be gangsters and thugs, and they claim that they're a gang member, but you pretty much know that they lying based on their attitude and based on certain things that they do, based on their behavior. Now, moving along, I want to start with blood. You feeling where I'm coming from? I want to start first by talking about bloods because, see, I know real bloods and the reason they behave the way they behave. See, first, before I begin, I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to all of the niggas in FEB, even those who claim they didn't like. Now, check this out. Blood in my hood, right? If you come to Harlem, if you come to Morningside area in Harlem, right? You will see and you will realize that the number 2 and the number 3 train is there on Lenox Avenue, right? All up Lenox Avenue, the only 2 trains that is on Lenox Avenue is a 2 and a 3 train. And the color they use for those numbers is red. So when you add 2 and 3, you get 5, right? Now, they refer to blood as 5. When you pop it, what's popping 5? And that's what they mean. Blood. 5, right? You got 5 fingers, that's what they mean, man, blood, right? Now, second, if you lived in that area and grew up in that area, born and raised, then you would know that pt.179 Elementary School is one of the most baddest schools you could have went to, where children were bad. We were throwing desks off the roof, running and making sure we don't get caught. And we were getting our asses whipped by the teachers, and our parents consented to it. This way, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, yes, I got my ass whipped in front of the whole class with the ruler by my teacher for talking in class, leaving sunflower seeds in the desk. Now, if you add up PS113, what you got? 1 plus 1 is 2. Again, 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, so you know what I'm trying to say, right? Those who went to that school, this is the root of where the gang started. Because one of my men's, Bloody Look, his sister got hit, her arm broke by a GD or a gangster disciple or somebody like that. She got her arm broke. When they ran into the yard, they were older kids, ran into the yard and they started beating up us little kids. I didn't get caught. I didn't get hit. I ran out the yard and ran into the school. When they ran into the yard, the schoolyard, and started beating up the little kids, they had on all black. So they had to be gangster disciples or black disciples. The street disciples at the time. This is back in the 80s. That was Bloody Lord's sister that they beat up. Now, anyway, blood members started that way where they was very mischief. hard-headed. They didn't listen to their teachers. They didn't listen to their parents. They talked back to their parents. They didn't have respect for only but whoever they liked that was bad like them and mischief like them when they were kids. See? They didn't like to be chastised by adults. They didn't like to be chastised by their parents. They didn't like to be chastised by their teachers. They hated their parents and they hated some of their teachers. Whoever was hard on them. And when they got older, they realized that they hated police as well. They did not like to be told what to do at all. Whatever they like to do. When they were kids, they wanted to go play. They wanted to eat candy. Don't deny them. They'll steal out your store and take chips, whatever they wanted to take, because they didn't have the money. And, hey, I want to eat some chips or I want some candy, and they'll make like they going in their pocket, and you put the candy on the table, they'll snatch it and they'll run. When they really ain't got no money because the parents didn't want to get them no money to buy some candy. So they'll even steal the money from their parents to get the candy that they want. Now, whoever out here claiming blood and all of this, that, and the third, and they successful, and you read their bio on Wikipedia, and you see they don't even have a criminal record, that is bananas. That is crazy. There's no way you could be blood doing that, having that like that. Because they was always watched and always given a hard time by their teachers and their parents. Now, with Crips is, before I get to Crips, blood, they're blatant. They do not hold their tongue. Whatever they gotta say to you, they'll say it to your face. All that talking from afar, they ain't with all that. They'll say it to your face. And yes, they're very violent when they want to be. They'll fuck you up in front of a cop. And if you in jail with them, they'll fuck you up in front of a CO. You will get your face caught. Now with Crips, it's different. With them, they will shake your hand and they'll fuck your girl on the low. You won't know that unless you catch them. And then you'll find out that they don't like you. But whatever their feelings are about you, they keep it quiet. They roll quiet. Crips roll quiet. So you could be standing with your friend, you could be standing with your killer and you won't even know it. He a Crip nigga and you don't even know that. That's the nigga that's gonna have you. He might have it done or he might do it himself. But most likely, he might have it done. Somebody that he know that he's cool with, he'll have it done. So your killer, your murderer, is connected to your best friend that you don't know about. You don't know because he got two separate friends. In other words, what I'm trying to say is the niggas that you run with in your hood got niggas that they went to school with that you don't know about. So Crips, they keep it quiet. They respect their parents when they don't like their parents either. Certain things that they don't like about their parents, they might poison their parents and pretend like they sympathetic when they not. So they are in the bureau and they behave quietly, and it looks apparent. And they appear as if they're moralistic, law-abiding citizens when they not. They crooks. They do things behind closed doors. They try to operate like the mob. Now, with the black gang, the black gangster disciples, is not so much that way. They blatant too, but they like kind of like, what I say, they somewhat hypocrites because they make it seem like they practice unity and they got love for their ethnicity. They stress the ethnicity. But the truth is this, is a lot of Jamaicans in the black gang. And they really don't like Afro-Americans. And they don't like them Africans either. But the truth is this. Some of them are from Great Britain. So they fuck with the Africans, but they don't like African Americans. But they will not make that obvious. Only to some. So who you looking at right now? You looking at somebody that is supposed to be dead. Because you ain't supposed to really even be hearing this. That's what that's about. So, ultimately, yeah, they'll spare your life because you black, when really, if you're not a Jamaican or a black British or something like that, or African, they'll kill you. But you won't know. They'll cover their face and whatever, and make it look like they're a Klan when they not. Anyway, peace. Rocdastar, I'm out.